The first time I met Glen was probably back in like 2007. He was a member here at the South Chamber of Commerce, and I thought, that guy, he just seems to know a little bit about everything, because we'd be in like the Board of Advisor meetings, and a question would be asked, and he either knew the answer or he knew who to tell you who to talk to get the answer. And I thought, I need to get to know that guy. He is really, really sharp. And the way he talks and the way he communicates, it's just infectious. You want to sit there and listen to him and learn from him. His knowledge is unbelievable. He's probably one of the smartest people I know. Don't tell him I said that. But he is so knowledgeable about so many different subjects.
If you don't know and you want to know, if he doesn't know, he'll find out. Just talk to Glen. He can help you.
It's a true story. Glen is actually one of my better sources for restaurant news, because he, as a real estate agent, he's around town a lot and all over town. I always say, you're my South Side guy. I can't get down there all the time, so I need you. Post it up and feed me news, and he does. And he's proud of South Oklahoma City, and he loves the culture that has popped up in this city. We talk about it all the time, and how there's always been a diverse culture on the South Side, but it has certainly evolved, and he embraces that. And that's what I like about Glen more than anything, is that he hasn't lost that spark of enthusiasm for new things.
I don't think that I've ever known of anybody that has been so exuberant in his efforts for community service to make South Oklahoma City a better place.
He has lived here forever, and my mom jokes trying to get him to move somewhere else. He's like, nope, this is where he lives. Like, he's not moving. So, I think there's something to be said for someone who has lived in the same place and grown up in the same place and doesn't want to leave, that love for their community and wanting it to succeed and do well. He's seen it grow throughout his lifetime and just change, and he wants to be a part of the good things that are happening.
He's had a lot of jobs. If you ask him what he did for a living, goodness, he is that real estate guy, but that's a later job.
When we were younger, he sold business machines that was like your copiers and your fax machines and stuff like that. Did he go to radio after that?
He did radio
some
for
radio
a while.
commercials.
Kind of like business rep for radio. Then he worked for another company, kind of doing sales.
I think he was just looking for something new after some of those other jobs, and it wasn't as popular as it is now to be a real estate agent. And I think it was a way for him to help people. Like, I think he enjoys finding the right thing for the right person.
He's made a lot of friends in doing business, which is not always the case when you're doing business. Sometimes doing business, you don't make friends. He cares what people need and think and wants to help them, and that's Glen.
He loves his wife Beth dearly, and it's not hardly a conversation goes by that he doesn't mention her or his daughters or the grandkids.
He's always been very supportive in anything that we do. As far as growing up, though, one of the biggest things I can remember about him that sticks with me is our love of music. And so I just remember when I was little, we had a record player, songs were going. Now some people are like, how do you know that song? And I'm like, because I listen to a lot of music with my dad. So he and I like to just listen to music, go to concerts. The first concert I ever went to was with my dad. And so that kind of sticks out to me.
He is a lover of music, and I know the pandemic has just really cramped his style, because he loved to go to concerts and be around musicians and be around the music.
Well, the fact that he, when he was, 15, 16, knew about Jimi Hendrix and went and saw him. I didn't know who Jimi Hendrix was back in those days.
We eat lunch together a lot, and of course, you can only talk about the food and the restaurants for so long, and so after we're done going over whatever it is we're enjoying, the subject of Oklahoma City is always a core in our conversations, and specifically education, and his real passion and belief in public education and the importance of it.
He's a lobbyist, really, for education. I know members of the Oklahoma legislature that have contacted him whenever they have a question whether a particular bill is good for education or bad for education, or they value his opinion.
I think he just wanted the best, not only for us, but for other kids. What can I do to help not only the people that are here now, but the future? And I think I was in junior high whenever he started on the school board, and I know he wanted the best for me as I finished school, and then for those kids that came after me.
When he was on the Board of Education, he was always coming up with ideas, but it all boiled down to how can we help these young people to be productive in society? How can we help them? And if they want to go out and support a family, what can we do to help and assist them in supporting families and things of this nature?
Well, I think his DECA teacher was amazed to see that he had become affiliated with the school board because he was pretty good at skipping classes.
I know he was passionate about K-12 when he served as a board member for more public schools. But what he does for our students at Moore Norman, if it's something that's going to benefit students, he'll do whatever it takes to help us get it through. He has, I joke around because it's not unusual for him to send me a text and say, "Can you talk?" And that usually means that he's out driving around between his realty appointments or something, and he's had an idea that he wants us to consider. But it's always for the benefit of our employees or the benefit of our students.
So one of the things I remember when I was little is that he was very involved at the chamber, of course, but also with Rotary. And so just seeing examples of like civic duties and working with like business development and those relationships and what can you do and how to support that. And I remember being younger and kind of like, what do you do at Rotary? Trying to figure that out. And he was always willing to like, well, let's go to lunch. We'd go to Dotson's cafeteria at that point.
I got to go to Rotary
got
too.
to go to Rotary, kind of see how that meeting went. Part of what gives him joy is that you get to connect people. So you can see his wheels turning when somebody's like, hey, I need to get this going, and if I only knew, this one person.
That Citizen of the Year type guy is like a combination of hard work and then having the wherewithal to get involved with your civic organizations. Because most people don't do that. But he sought the help and sought the community and became a part of it and then became a leader in it.
And I think his attitude really is everybody's a friend you don't know yet, or everybody's willing, to help somebody out. And so I think the chamber gives him a wide variety of contacts to be able to put people together to make a positive impact. And although I joke about he knows everyone, it's cool that people know who he is, and know him from something that is so awesome as being involved in the community.
Glen, I am so excited to hear that you have been named South Oklahoma City Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year.
Congratulations, Glenn. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Glenn, I just want to tell you how excited I am to see you being recognized.
It's well-deserved, and you owe me dinner.
Hey, Dad, we're so proud of you.
We love you. Congratulations.